Hello, my name is Brandon Roth. I am a 2016 graduate of Sauk Prairie High School. After high school, I went on to do my Bachelor of Music in Voice Performance from the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, which I finished in the spring of 2021. And then after that, I went on to make my professional debut in theater out on Cape Cod. I feel like ever since I was a kid, I always did shows at school, and then I went on into middle school and high school and was in music and stuff. Um, there was never really a moment that specifically clicked. I mean, it was always kind of one of those things where I was always told, like, oh, you can do music through high school and then you're going to go get a real career. Um, and so when I first started school, I was very much, nope, I'm going to have a real career. I'm not doing music anymore. And that didn't work out very well because I, within a semester, was in the music program at Eau Claire. So I have two favorite roles that I played. In college, I was lucky enough to play Robert in Stephen Sondheim's Company, which had always been a huge dream role of mine to do. And then I think the other favorite role I did was probably the first professional role I did, which was the Pirate King in Pirates of Penzance. It was a great experience, tons of great people to work with, just an entirely different environment. And so that one really always sticks with me too. I mean, Sauk Prairie Music was, I mean, it started everything for me. I really hadn't had much exposure to musical theater prior to middle school, high school, and that was really my first exposure to it. And then from there, I just kind of took it and run and figured a bunch of stuff out for myself. Yeah, I think that anybody in this industry, you have moments where you're like, I can't do this. Why am I doing this? You get a lot of imposter syndrome. And I just kind of, I don't know, like I can't really imagine myself doing anything else. And so that's kind of always just pushed me forward. Either that or it's like even when I have like these long stretches of not performing or not doing anything, you get like your next opportunity and you finally get the chance to like tell a story, go on stage, do something, anything. And it's always just so worth it that it just keeps me going. One of the people that I think really inspired me a lot was my voice teacher at college, Dr. Kenneth Pereira. He was, I think, the first person to really take me seriously when I said, I want to do this professionally. Um, I had a lot of people in my life who have been very supportive and have definitely like supported me along the way, but it was always kind of a, I want to do music and theater for a living. And they were always like, okay, good luck with that. And I think he was really the first person to sit down and say, let's make it happen. Yeah, COVID had a huge impact on the industry as a whole. I mean, I'll never forget. I was down in St. Louis for my first ever huge cattle call audition. I had like just finished it, and I was waiting to hear back from like all these different companies I got callbacks for. And like the day I was supposed to hear back was the day everything shut down. So it was like I went out, I started, everything shut down. And so from there, it was a lot of just, figuring out like, oh my God, is this going to exist when I get out of school, And I just kind of kept on the path and kept going. And now it's a lot of just virtual auditioning left and right. Just kind of hunkering down, trying to get through the thick of the rest of COVID. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely been much harder. I think anybody working in theater right now can attest to that. There are so few companies doing so few things, and everybody is looking for work, so everybody is scrambling. It's a lot, but it's you keep going. So this one's kind of a weird answer from me because there are so many things that I could go back and tell my 18-year-old self. But part of me wouldn't want to because I think the process of figuring out or the process of figuring it out really made me who I am today. And I wouldn't want to miss out on any of that. I think one thing that I've learned the more that I've like gone and watched and been just an audience member now in theater as someone who understands theater as well, I've learned that New York is not the end all be all of theater the way that a lot of us tend to think that it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still very much a goal of mine, but I think that I've learned that there is so much good theater out there. And so if I can simply have a life working in this industry in some capacity for the rest of my life, to me, that is success.